Thank you, Hillel. Thank you to UN Watch, and thank you to the other organizations involved with this most important summit. Let me just offer my welcome and the welcome of the United States. We are very happy to be one of the co-sponsors of this event, along with our colleagues from the Czech Republic and Canada. And in particular, I want to thank Ambassadors Kara and McLarney for their support. It's always good to see Ambassador Moses as well on the podium here. We're very pleased to welcome you here and to be supportive of this event because we recognize how critically important and courageous the work of human rights defenders is. We recognize the challenges you face in your work every day. We recognize the perils. We share your goals, of course, firmly committed to the idea that greater observance of human rights is a necessary antecedent to safer, more secure, and more prosperous world. But we must also acknowledge that there is a fundamental difference. Our challenges and perils are late nights and unruly, sometimes disingenuous delegates. Your threats, your dangers are all too often jailing, torture, seeing your loved ones maltreated or killed. You risk life or limb and freedom. We celebrate that bravery, and we recommit ourselves to doing everything we can to support your efforts and call out states who seek to prevent your important and good work. I recall last year, Raif Badawi, I understand his wife is here today, the Saudi blogger sentenced to 1,000 lashes because of his writings, receiving your award. And we were pleased to note there will be two categories of awards this year, the Women's Rights Award and the Courage Award. Vian Dakhil, female Yazidi member of Iraqi parliament, who was just introduced, and Jan Ilhan Kizilham, the German psychologist who established a clinic in northern Iraq for women victimized by ISIL, will receive the Women's Rights Award on behalf of all female victims of ISIL. As Secretary Kerry said, ISIL now profoundly takes credit for the abduction, enslavement, rape, forced marriage, and sale of several thousand Yazidis and other minority women and girls, some as young as 12 years old. Just as despicably, ISIL rationalizes its abhorrent treatment of these women and girls by claiming it is somehow sanctioned by religion. Wrong. Dead wrong. ISIL does not represent Islam, and Islam does not condone or honor such depravity. In fact, these actions are a reminder that ISIL is an enemy of Islam. The international community and religious leaders of all faiths have strongly and repeatedly condemned ISIL's horrific act. In honoring these people, we recognize these words through your award. Leopoldo Lopez and Mitzi Caprias, wife of Caracas Mayor Antonio Ledesma, who is currently jailed, will receive the Courage Award on behalf of all political prisoners in Venezuela. This is a time to spend additional attention on Venezuela. Now that we are past an elections where it's clear that the ruling regime is not having democratic support, we are concerned that the conditions on the ground are just going to get worse. And so we share your celebration of these courageous opposition figures. Since Mr. Lopez's arrest and imprisonment, this is Secretary Kerry saying, in February 2014, we have underscored our concern with the charges brought against Mr. Lopez, which we consider illegitimate, which we have repeatedly called for his release and for the release of all Venezuelans who are in prisons for political reasons. We call on the government of Venezuela to respect the rights of all political prisoners and to guarantee fair and transparent public trial, consistent with the American Declaration of the Rights and Duties of Man, the Inter-American Democratic Charter, the International Covenant of Civil and Political Rights, and Venezuela's own constitution, end quote. These honorees are indeed courageous defenders of human rights whose actions to protect victims and promote democracy are truly remarkable, and it is an honor to have them participate in this Geneva Summit. I see we have human rights defenders, as Hillel just introduced, from North Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, Iran, China, and Russia, among many other places, who will provide testimony about their personal struggles for human rights, democracy, and freedom. This meeting is both a celebration of your continuing on-the-ground and active promotion of universal human rights and fundamental freedoms, and a recommitment that we will do all we can to support your work through the Human Rights Council. In closing, let me again thank the organizers for putting on this excellent event and welcome you to what I'm sure will be a thoughtful and stimulating presentation. Thank you.